I'm trying to make sure I drag it all the way to the ends. Because like they act like they just want to resist the moisture. Rude. These are the final results. Welcome back, friends. Or if you're new here, just welcome. It is Lauren the Soap Witch, and it is time for me to style my hair. I am starting out on damp hair. Before I got out of the shower, I sprayed it down with Mysterious Magnificence. That's my aloe vera moisturizing spray. And that's the only reason I probably just don't look like a horrible frizzy cotton puff. I'm gonna fix my part because it's looking kind of dreadful. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, better than this. It still kind of looks terrible, but oh well. I'm gonna split this hair and put this side up. Okay, so I'm gonna start working on this side, and I'm gonna split this hair. I'm usually okay with a little bit more being left at the back versus the front, because the front usually needs a little bit more product, a little bit more help, all that other stuff. So this is what I'm working with in the back, and it's just barely damp. I'm gonna add a smidge of water. Okay, that's enough. And the reason why I'm doing this on just damp hair, I didn't even tell you what this was. So I'm doing a 2-product wash and go with my foam and gel, both in the test. What's the fragrance again? Rose Maple Zest. Sorry, I'm sweating. Anywho, whenever I do a style where it's just foam or I'm starting with foam, I like to do it on very like damp hair. And it's the only time I ever really do this. But I feel like it works better on damp hair versus sopping wet hair. That's just been my experience so far. So I'm gonna just give it a little shake and spray like 8 pumps. Rub it in between my hands and start applying. Okay. This is an aloe vera juice based foam mousse. So it's not as drying as, I don't know, some others that are maybe, I don't know, alcohol based. I think some of them, like they're in the aerosol can, they're alcohol based. And so it definitely has more moisture than some others. And it's definitely, I don't know, more of a wet product, but it still dries very fast. So I'm trying to make sure I drag it all the way to the ends, because like they act like they just want to resist the moisture. Rude. And I'm gonna add some more. I don't know, 3 more. Added some to the top and some to the bottom. I don't know how much foam I want to add. That's the question. But I'm going to finger comb / rake this through. That's typically my preferred method when I am styling a wash and go. I don't really like to do a lot of the other methods because I just feel like they're heavy on the manipulation. And for me, I'm trying to make this a low manipulation style. I'm gonna add a little more, like 3 more pumps. Really focusing down onto the ends, because that's always like that's everybody's driest hair. Because the ends is your oldest hair, driest hair, and more prone to breakage. So it looks good so far, pretty defined and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go in with the gel, my regular Stronghold gel. Slick Sorcery is just in the test fragrance. I'm gonna start out with that much. Rub it in between my hands as I always do, so I can get even application all throughout my hair strands. All I know is the one time that I did not rub it in between my hands, I didn't like how my hair turned out. But I do see other people, including stylists and chemists who make their own products and have their own brands, say the same thing. So I'm just going to say that I'm in good company. Even if I wasn't, I would still do it though. I like doing these 2 products together because they always give me pretty definition, nice shine. Gonna add a little more. I like to rake and press because I feel like those are the best of the both worlds. And I like the way it worked out. It's looking really good, and I may just stop there as I continue to play in it. I want to put the tiniest bit on my ends. And I think that first section looks good. Okay, so I'm gonna take this clip and I'm gonna put this on this hair to get it out the way. And work on this section. This feels like it has dried all the way. So a little bit more moisture there. I'm just gonna rub that in so it's damp because I'm not applying no product to no dry hair. Let's get crazy with the foam. Gonna add some to the top. Not to get it all over the hair. I already styled. And I'm just gonna work it through, press it in, and then start raking it with my fingers. A lot of people do their hair in smaller sections, but I just don't never feel like it makes my hair turn out any better, whether it's soft and wet or not. So I tried that for a bit and just felt like it was just making me spend more time on my hair without the result being any better. So then I was like, why are we doing it? I'm sure it could have been user error. Probably was. Okay. A couple more pumps. I probably should have done more than that. Just because of the nature of this hair. Gotta make sure I get it all the way down to these ends. They're like resistant. I actually think I don't trim my hair but twice a year. But I don't know. They acting like they want to be trimmed now. Now I'm definitely not wanting to trim my own hair. I know some of y'all do it, and more power to you. Won't be me though, ever. It's not ever going to be me. I do not trust myself to that degree. I am for sure that I don't know what I'm doing. I do more pressing than raking, probably in the front, because I don't know why my super high porosity hair just seems to respond better. But I do a little bit of raking because it helps me separate the curls the way I want. You know, I'm gonna do a little more. Just go way overboard with it. Just lose my mind. Okay, I feel like that looks good. No, I don't like that. Add a little more, okay. See what we end up with here. I like to especially do a liberal amount up there at the top where those roots are, because that hair just, it wants to stand up and frizz up no matter what. Though, as I have mentioned in some other videos, I actually do feel like because I changed my, well, not changed, but just added a shower filter and consistently, have been keeping it up to date or whatever, replaced as necessary. That's probably more what I mean. I have noticed a change in everybody's hair. The assistant's hair is looking more dense, like he needed that. So is mine, actually. And it's just, I feel like I'm getting less breakage because I was getting like breakage up here, which I think is a common area for people to get breakage. But I don't wear like a lot of pull back styles. I don't wear any tight styles where I'm pulling my hair tight. So I don't know. So yeah, hard water, it could be the culprit if you're having trouble with your hair. Apparently, so can being deficient in certain, vitamins and things like that. I just got to watching a video about that. Inside matters just as, like what you put on the inside matters just as much as what you put on the outside when it comes to your hair growth. Because apparently if you're deficient in something, your body's like, you don't need this here. We need to put this in more important organs, like your heart. Okay, which makes sense. It's definitely way more important than hair. So it could just be an indicator if you have tried everything and just can't seem to get results, seem to keep getting breakage or hair loss or something. Could be a deficiency. You might want to get checked out by a physician. Might want to just do that anyway. So yeah, make sure your numbers look good, because I've seen several YouTubers say that was part of their problems. Not just for hair, but other things that they have been experiencing. And stress. Mental health matters, no matter how much other folks trying to tell us it doesn't. Stress will make your hair fall out. So, do I feel like I'm pretty much done here? Is the question. I think it looks pretty good. I might do a little bit on the end. So this is this half done. And I'm thinking it looks pretty good and defined and all those things. Okay, I've applied all my products, all of my 2 products. I'm feeling like I want to add just a teeny bit more on this top. You can see this is already starting to shrink up a lot. Okay, let me show you the full wet results. So I'm gonna sit under the hooded dryer for like 30 minutes. I feel like that about did it last time, but we'll see. We'll go from there. Okay, I'm all dry, I've been dry. I like to take my fingers and just kind of lift at the roots. I used to pick, like with an actual pick, but I don't know, I don't be feeling like doing that, so I ain't been doing it. I've just been scrunching it up a little with my fingers so it doesn't sit so flat. And that's pretty much, that's what I'm doing at the end. These are the final results. Yeah, there we are. And I'm just gonna give you a little spin around 360. There we go. I feel like I might have would have waited a little too long, let it get a little too dry, but it's still looking good. I'm not complaining. I don't got no complaints. So you already know, or maybe you don't, but I'm gonna add me this final touch because it's what I do around here. Oh yeah, the OG witch hat, the one that started them all. Everything I used today was in a test fragrance that is not available on the site yet, but it will be. All 3 that I've tried, I've liked a lot. They're gonna be added. We'll talk more in the future on when I'm closer to that happening, because it ain't today or this month. Probably not next month. We'll see. I really do like this one. Again, it's Rose Maple Zest. Already available in the body care stuff, since we don't call the skin on our body skincare. I'm not gonna let that die. So now I just want to add it to the hair care stuff because I do like it. I think it's nice. It's a nice floral to add. That's like, again, I'm not really big into florals, but the mixture of the rose and the maple cream and the lemon, it does something for me. Like I'm a fan. So anywho, it's like fresh and refreshing. Okay, anywho, the 2 products that I use today, which are the Whispering Waves Hair Mousse and the Slick Sorcery Stronghold Gel, are both linked below if you want to check those out and learn more about those products. The current fragrances available are Tropical Fantasy, Lemon Pound Cake, Apple Aroma, Lavender Peppermint, Spearmint Eucalyptus, Strawberry Patchouli. And then I also offer all of the hair products in unscented as well. I also offer a digital hair journal planner. It's both. So if you're wanting to start a hair care journey, take it more seriously or take it to the next level, it's just a good tool to help out with that. And that's also linked below if you want to look into that, check it out, see what it's about. Alrighty then. I think we done chit-chatting and all that other stuff. But I do appreciate you hanging out with me if you made it this far. Thank you so much. If you like what you saw, got anything out of it, even just entertainment, please consider subscribing to my channel and clicking the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And give this video a like because it helps my little channel out there in the algorithms, okay? I'm going to go ahead and go enjoy the rest of my day. I hope you do too. And I will see you in the next one, friends. Bye.